Good morning, guys. Hope you're having a great day. So Thursday, one day before the weekly expirations. Tomorrow is quad witching. If you don't know, the reason most of us admins or all of us have been sitting on our hands and not over trading is for tomorrow, right? Some of you guys were getting really excited yesterday when there was a rip in the market intraday, right? Your emotions were involved. Many of you guys were happy, catching the bottom on certain stocks, which is fine. But if those emotions are heavily involved, and then the next day, in pre-market, those holdings are red, you're gonna feel shit because most likely your position sizing was out of control, right? And so SPY, it held the channel over here. Does it hold? Let's just play levels, right? I mean, what are our levels for now? We all should know this: 450, 446, 442, followed by 436, and then all the way to 420, right? It just gets bigger and bigger. Now, so 446 plus is where we are right now. If we continue holding our levels, we continue playing uptrend. But for now here, it is a little iffy what happens for tomorrow. So not until Friday passes and see what happens. We'll have a better idea by tomorrow close or Monday morning. The markets will always be here. You don't have to overtrade. So let's see. And if you bought positions yesterday, and let's say they rip today, they rip tomorrow, congrats, you'll make great gains. But just understand the market better for future purposes because it only takes one day if you're heavy in positions to take your monthly gains away. Okay, so SPY for now is holding well. Let's see what happens today. Do we hold these levels? Obviously, we need to hold mid lows of yesterday, and let's see if we can take a 448 area. Okay, and if it does, then we likely continue going higher into tomorrow as well. Tech, Qs, 380, 250 plus, we go much higher. Otherwise, 375, 370. Currently, we're between the 375 and 80 level. Right now, we're between 375 and 380, right? And I think we do go higher. Like personally, I do believe the market goes higher, but that does not mean I'm gonna buy in, right? I'm just gonna wait for better confirmations. Because in options, you don't need to catch the bottom or the top or the mid. You need to catch confirmations, okay? If a stock is trading at, just an example, if this stock is trading at 375 right now and you're looking for 380 options that's going to go up, but then they go down without any confirmation, your option can go to zero. But if you wait for certain confirmations, let's say 380, 250 is taken out on tech and we see 383, now there's strong momentum, it's at all-time highs, you can maybe play the 390 calls, just an example, right, for the same price. So if you play confirmations, better chances you'll be right and you'll make more money in the markets. And we had retail sales, which were actually better than expected, right? So in line, jobless claims were also in line. Now, if an estimate for something is 500,000 and it comes at 490 or 510, I consider that the same, right? I mean, they're in line with the estimates. And like we said, now all these estimates that are going to come up for CPI, PPI, any jobless numbers, anything like that, they're usually going to be in line with the estimates because they know it. When the economy is more normal, you know the numbers beforehand. Okay. Now, casino stocks. Before I move on to casino, let's go over Dash. Dash has been getting a lot of positive sentiment. Some great comments this morning, right? So let's look at Dash. It might present an opportunity. Okay. On Dash, if 195 and hold, so based on this, when we went over it a few days ago, you can play this breakout to 200 plus, and that move already happened. So I'll take this text out. Right, on Dash, it's a very clear level I'll give you guys, right? If it holds above 216, it move all the way towards what's the high here? 226s. So 216 to 225, and then from 225, whatever this high is, will be the next resistance, which is all the way towards 255. Okay, so 255. So keep an eye on Dash. Their numbers look good. Some things are coming out. However, keep this in mind though when you enter Dash, if you enter Dash, at this zone, don't be surprised if they bring you all the way back to 160 at these levels. This can also happen. It's happened with many charts, okay? So let the levels be held and you can play the upside. Now going on to casino stocks, we'll go over some 3 charts. Wynn, Las Vegas, and then MGM I have. So these news already came out 1-2 days ago. I was just reading up on them yesterday, but didn't get the chance to cover them. I'll just go over it. There's increase in government supervision in Macau, right? They're supervising all the casino operators, so the business you're operating, the government's eyes will be on it before it was done by themselves. They want to increase local ownership in the casinos, right? And then money laundering is a big issue. Obviously, we've seen what they did with Baba, JD, and all these companies with e-commerce. So they're clamping down on money laundering that's been happening in Macau through casinos, and we already know. I mean, a lot of fucked up shit happens there, right? And they will be directly supervising them, and they're crackdowning on VIP betting. VIP betting, big money, obviously. But the thing is, in Macau, 80% of the tax revenue is from casinos. So how serious do they get about these companies? Let's see. But for now, on technical basis, Wynn has presented a nice dip opportunity. But the thing is, Baba also presented these opportunities countless times in the last few months. Okay, what happened? They would work out for a day or two, but then they'll take it lower. They'll work out for a day or two, they'll take it lower. It's called controlled selling. Okay, that's what it's known as, controlled selling. All right, and so if you're long casinos, if you're looking to buy these names, trade them. Don't fall in love. Don't try to buy a leap right now, right? Wait until some confirmations happen. Okay. Personally, before certain news like this, I would buy leaps when I would see some good dips on stocks. But Baba, I personally have learned a lesson. Like, I won't lie, very transparent about it, and I'm still holding on my position, still bullish on it in the coming months and year. But for short term, I'm feeling the pain, and I don't want to go through the phase again. And but when keep in mind if you're trying to catch the bounce in casino, because they might just keep selling this much lower. Don't forget, from 154 just last year, it saw where $40. Okay, this can happen again whether there's a pandemic or not. Okay, so let's go on the monthly chart. On the monthly chart, it looks great, very choppy. Ever since IPO, a very choppy chart. Okay, ever since IPO, in 2007 it was at 172. In fact, it's trading much lower what it was in 2007, right? So from 2007 in 2014, it saw its peak. Nice chart, but then gave up all the gains in the 2015, 2016.
Remember that season note yesterday? All of
Yes, I'm gonna go over that you mentioned. And here, can this see much lower? If this support gets taken out on monthly, these stocks will be done for a long time. Trust me, right? Because this doesn't even have any monthly uptrend on the long term, right? So if you're playing these stocks, be very careful how you're playing them. To play these stocks, you need a lot of information, maybe equity or something where you have some confirmed news, or you're following their trends and numbers. And if the institutions are going to be putting their money into casino stocks, okay? So that's win for you. LVS, same thing, similar monthly action. This is a monthly chart I'm looking at. I mean, there's no direction. Like stocks like this, I will never go long on, because what's the point? If people that bought in 2006, they're break even after 14 years. People that held, they were up for some years, and if they never sold, then they went down, and then it's just choppy. What happens here? It's just stuck in a very big zone, right? On the monthly. So personally, it's not a stock that you want to have in your portfolio. If you have these stocks in your portfolio, you better be trading them, not investing in them. Trading and investing is two different things. Understand that, okay? And then we have MGM, also another casino stock, right? A huge spike, and this is happening with many stocks right now. I can name now this is a monthly chart, but I can compare this weekly also. Stocks like Space, RKT, Colo, many other stocks in the market. Now, some of those companies I do believe have a bright future, but just know this: stocks that spike up like this and people that end up buying at the top are the biggest losers. And sometimes emotions will not let you sell the stock, because even though you might have a better opportunity here to put that money somewhere else where it will 3x, but you will not do it. You know why? Because you still want this 2x. You'd rather have 2x from this stock, because this will emotionally make you feel better. You don't care about the 3x. Sometimes people's psychology, your $100, let's say, goes down to $70, and if this is happening with you guys, listen carefully. Your $100 goes down to $70. Now you think I will break even on this stock from 70 to 100. It takes you 2 years. But then there's another stock trading at 70 at a much better value that might be trading at 200. Even if I told you that's what's going to happen with the other stock, some people will not be able to sell the other stock at a loss. You're emotionally egoistic. You're stuck to that stock. Though I want break even from this, I cannot take the $30 loss. While the other stock would have gave you freaking from 70 to 200. But this 100 makes you feel better than that 200. If these emotions are involved with you in trading, they're very dangerous. Be a robot. It's good to love some stocks when you know there's growth and things are not going to stop them. That's fine. But sometimes learn to take losses and move on to better plays. Okay, that was just an extra talk. which I thought I'd do. Now, a lot of you guys bought Amazon yesterday. Amazon on a dip. I love Amazon, you guys all know. But one thing here is, because for Friday, I wanted to buy 1-2 positions yesterday. LB actually stopped me. Like, he sits behind you, right? I wanted to buy 1-2 positions. I was looking at them. Then he reminded me, remember Friday this. Then I'm like, okay, fine. Because sometimes it's good to have those reminders. Right here on Amazon, this candle made everyone excited. It looks great. I think it rips. I do have leaves. I have the biggest calls in Amazon. None of you guys have them, right? That's fine. But I do understand one thing, that you know what, short term, this might still go sideways. This range was given to you on this day right here. We drew this range right here in pre-market, and the post-market LB covers it. This range, comments were made that I'd rather have Amazon stuck in this range for at least a week. If you've been attending pre-market, this range was given to you way before it happened. I did not want this Amazon to rip here, because for short term it would have been good, but it would have kind of screwed us up near 3,700. So let it hold this range. You don't need to play weeklies. If somebody is taking their call from 5 to 50, they caught it, congrats. That does not mean you're gonna try jumping in that you missed out. Let the chart set up, let the proper price action set up. Even here, there is no direction in Amazon right now. It's just stuck in middle line right here. It can easily go up and boom. Today, it can easily make a red candle and then down tomorrow, another 50 points back to this range. So all you guys that bought a week or 2 weeks out, your options are gonna be zero, right? And you don't know what the other person has in their account. Maybe he has $500,000 cash and he's only buying one call for $10. That's $1,000 for him. But you might have a 10K account and you're putting in 1,000, right? So understand these numbers. So Amazon here was definitely a catch, a bounce play where you could have tried, and if you caught it, then you made money. But buying right here at the top 34.80, hoping for continuation into Friday tomorrow is kind of dangerous. I'd rather have Amazon run here. Personally, this is just me. I'd miss here, that's fine. But I'd rather catch this breakout right here from Amazon, which is more confirmed buyers, and catch it towards 3,700. Okay, so just know these things. Fix yourself, emotions, and LB sold his lottos. He bought them and he sold them before it closed. Right? I mean, he bought them at 580, sold them at 7 from what I remember in one of his small accounts. And then he had the bigger call, 3,600, which he averaged down at 3, and he sold those two at 6 to lock some profits there. So if you know that management with your account and you can handle it, go for it right now. But that takes a lot of experience and no emotions involved. Okay? Thank you guys. Any other requests, anything, just message in Discord. I'll look into it. And Baba, Joy's asking about Baba. So this is what's happening with Baba. Like, I mean, right now in the casino stocks, I do want to play them short, but I'm just going to avoid them totally, right? I mean, this is what Win is doing right now, something like this. They'll give a bounce, then they'll come back again, give another bounce maybe, and then they'll just keep taking them down until we keep getting negative news. Baba needs 180, right? This is all you need to know on Baba from my experience. This right here, 180 is must for buyers, investors' confidence. And then 220 will be confirmation on Baba that, okay, news are over, there's good money that's going to come in. It's no longer 55 points away, it's now actually 75 points away. So this is no longer 55 points away. So 220 is 75 points away right now. So this is what Baba is, and thank you guys. We'll see you back in the chart. I need to open up my platforms, and I hope this helps you guys. Danish is asking crowd. I'll go with crowd too quickly. I do love crowd long. This gap has been filled. It's right at the 50-day moving average at 259-ish. But here, Danish, the only issue I have with crowd right here, brother, if I'm playing options, is that this choppy zone. It's a gambler's zone. I call this a gambler's bet, right? I just made the name up myself, I think, a few months ago. But how do you know what the stock's gonna do here, right? There's no clear direction here. So I would wait out of this channel and then play to the upside with spreads or maybe calls alone. Here, if you believe that this is, you want to do some more technical analysis into it, you want to look into analyst ratings, fundamental, then you think, no, the stock goes higher in the coming months or weeks, then yes, I would buy here. Right now, that depends on your own sentiment. Okay. But again, for me, it will be a quiet day, I promise. And tomorrow we see what the market presents us. And thank you guys. We'll see you back in the chat.